Okay, 3D Pythagoras. Shown below is an open box, and the box is given to us with its dimensions in centimeters. Now, Tim wants to put a 46 cm metal rod inside the box. Will the metal rod fit inside the box? Explain your answers. Now, to solve this question, since we know that the length of that metal rod is 46, what we need is to find out the highest length of the diagonal is this open box. That means we are going to find the length of this diagonal because that is the highest length that can enter this box. All right, from the top T to the bottom. All right, now if we know this length, if the length is more than 46, the rod can fit in. That is, you can just put the rod and it will enter inside. But if this length BT, the diagonal of this open box, is anything less than 46, it means when you put the rod, the head of the rod will come outside the box. It cannot enter. So in working it out, the exact thing we need is to see if BT, the length of BT of this diagonal, is more than 46. Once it is more than 46, this rod can enter inside. But once it is less than 46, this rod cannot enter. If you put it, it will come outside. To do that, I have drawn the diagonal already, which is the length we want to find. But before that, I can draw another line from here up to this place to form what is called a right angle. Okay, so here now is right angle. In this right angle, I can now find the hypotenuse side, which means using Pythagoras theorem, x squared is equal to 15 squared plus 20 squared, which means the value of x squared is 225 plus 400, which means x squared now is 625, and the value of x will now be 625 square root, which is 25 cm. All right, I have gotten the length of x. I can now, from here, this place also is 40 because it is opposite of this height of the box, meaning that at this point there is another 90 degrees. There is another 90 degrees here. Okay, in this 90 degrees, I have here as 40 and have this place as x, which is calculated to be 25. I can now find the actual length of the diagonal called BT. So I have labeled it with the letter Y. Now, y squared will be equal to x squared, which is 25 squared, then plus 40 squared, which is the opposite side of the height of this open box, 40 squared. With this, Pythagoras, we can now solve. 25 squared is 625, and 40 squared is 1,600. Beautiful. If we add it, we are going to get y squared equals to 2225. That is 2,225. They are meaning that the actual length of the diagonal now, y, is the square root of 2225. Okay, let's find it. The square root of 22225 is equal to 47.16169 centimeters. What does this message mean? If the diagonal length of this open box is 47 point something, that 47 point something mean is already more than 46. Meaning if you put this box inside, it can enter with a little space remaining. Okay, it will not come outside the box. In conclusion, as the question has asked us, will the rod fit inside the box? Yes, because the length of the diagonal, is 47.2 cm, while the length of the rod is just 46 cm. Thank you.